Good evening, John Carroll, and welcome back to Meet the Streaks Week 2. I'm Quincy Unger.
And I'm Abby Walker.
And we're excited to be back with you to share everything happening in student government and across campus this week. It was a really productive week with lots of conversations, some exciting updates, and a few opportunities for students to get more involved. To start, the Senate motion to table internal legislation regarding GPA requirements for student leaders while serving, and that will be brought back, discussed further at next week's meeting, so we'll keep you all updated there. One of the biggest updates this week was continued progress on Phase 2 of the Carroll Campus Leadership Committee, which will be finalized before Easter break. A special thank you to Joe Dreyer for helping make this possible. This initiative is going to strengthen the relationship between student government and student engagement and better support our student organizations across campus. What this really means for students is a few key things. First, we're introducing more structured event coaching, where student organizations will be able to get guidance on how to plan, market, and execute stronger events from the idea stage all the way through implementation. Second, we're working on a centralized CCLC spreadsheet that will allow organizations to see what events are happening across campus and when. This will help avoid overlap, improve attendance, and create more intentional collaboration between clubs. And overall, this is about creating more communication, more organization, and more support for student leaders so they can focus on building meaningful experiences instead of navigating everything on their own. And this is really just the beginning. There's a lot more to come as we continue developing this initiative. And this week also marked John Carroll's Board of Directors meetings. So we want to thank all of our student representatives who participate. Those conversations are extremely important to the future and success of our university. We also had the opportunity this week to meet with the architects for the Gateway North project, the construction happening right out front. As you can see from the picture here, the building will include student apartments along with retail space on the ground floor. But one of the coolest parts is that we were actually able to give input on what goes in that upper boxed out space you'll see. Student government suggested ideas like pickleball courts, basketball courts, fireplace hangouts, and general lounge spaces. And the new parking lot will include about 301 parking spaces, and we're working to have that open before the apartments are ready for students.
Our Onward task forces also had their first all-hands meeting last week with some great progress. And right now we have a great opportunity for anyone looking to get involved. We're looking for a student at large who is experienced with MyJCU and DegreeWorks to join the Onward Operations Committee. Meetings are every other week at 3 p.m. on Thursdays, and this is a great way to have a real impact on the student experience. If you're interested, reach out to Quincy or Ryan Ralph. And starting this week, we want to recognize some outstanding Blue Streaks. Shout out to Luke Chacon for being named NABC All-District Player of the Year, and congratulations to our men's basketball team on making it to the NCAA tournament. We also want to recognize women's lacrosse with Anna Vaccarelli being named NCAC Player of the Week, and the team coming off a great performance on Morgan's Message Night. Our women's tennis team also had a huge week with Maddie Kavanaugh and Evelyn Darren, both recently being named NCAC Players of the Week. Track and field had an incredible showing, with the women's team winning the conference for the indoor season, and both the men's and women's teams sending individuals to compete at the national meet. On the wrestling side, Thomas Lunt and Ty Doherty have qualified for nationals, and the men's wrestling team placed 5th in the regional NCAA tournament.
Women's wrestling had multiple all-conference selections, Taylor McAdam, Leslie Sullivan, and Addie Crane. And a huge congratulations to women's basketball on a historic season, setting multiple individual and team records, making it to the Sweet 16, and with Ava Reinkars being named all-region first team. And a big shout out to Charlie Tuggy from Club Hockey for tying the single-season point record with 58 points, an incredible accomplishment. Looking beyond athletics, I also want to recognize senior James Feeks for accepting the NBC Meet the Press internship. That is an incredible opportunity. If you know someone doing something amazing, athletics or beyond, please feel free to DM the Student Government Instagram with a picture and a short description so we can recognize them. And we do have to recognize something very quick for our Yik Yak people out there. We saw the comments saying last week's video looked AI generated. I promise you, we are very real. Just our first time getting used to being on camera, but we're getting better each week.
Overall, a great week with a lot of momentum moving forward.
Hope everyone had a great St. Patrick's Day weekend, is feeling recovered and restored. We'll see you all next week. God bless and go Streaks.